How did you feel about yourself and your future?
What are your goals now?
What skills have you gained?
Do I make me want to join us? Oh,
Can I go again?
What was your life like before studying in Women's Ed?
My childhood was quite disadvantaged. There was some violence in the home. I was a teenage mum, a single mum, and mentally I was not coping.
I think I felt stuck. I was in an admin job and I just thought, how am I ever going to get out of these places? I don't enjoy what I'm doing.
As a new migrant, I was not confident enough to start a new career here in Australia.
I had just come from a violent relationship, drug addiction.
I didn't feel I had much quality of life. I thought my future will be, hopeless. I had really bad depression. I became homeless.
I was actually in prison.
I had no idea about myself and where I was going.
I think the language barrier was the most important, hurdle for me.
just being a mum wasn't going to be not fulfilling enough, just I knew something else needed to happen.
So I guess I felt that there was potential there, but I didn't know, how to channel that potential.
So it was great that I found something that I could study, and I felt that maybe there was a way out of working in the same jobs that I'd worked in for so many years.
Why did you enrol in women's education?
I've worked in insurance for almost 10 years now, and whilst that's nice and it pays the bills, it doesn't satisfy that part of you that wants to give back.
There was a beautiful woman that I used to chat to nearly every day when I picked up my son from school. We used to have fantastic conversations about politics and the world and feminism. And then I found out that the reason that she knew all these amazing things was because she was doing Women's Ed.
I pretty much enrolled because it was an obligation from my job centre, and I was dragged kicking and screaming.
My mum had done women's ed, and I remember when I was a teenager watching her do it and how much it helped her.
To build my confidence and to get rid of my fear of public speaking, for all those things I just joined this Women's Ed course.
What unique experiences have you had in Women's Ed?
The people that you meet within Women's Ed are pretty unique.
Meeting people from all different cultures, people from Iran, people from Fiji, like so many different perspectives.
Sitting in a classroom of women who made you feel comfortable, at ease, and that you discovered that you all had similarities.
I left school at 13 and I didn't enjoy the competition, whereas at Women's Ed, it's not competitive at all. It's just working to get the best out of yourself.
You can be vulnerable in the classroom, you can tell your story.
We share so much together and, we just prop each other up.
It's gratifying, humbling, gratifying, strengthening.
Yeah.
For me, I'd had a very male orientated upbringing and structure through work. So to go to a room full of women was wonderful and so different from me at the same time.
It helped me explore volunteering.
It's what I needed to get myself back on my feet.
What was the highlight of your course?
I started doing some teaching English as a second language to an ethnic lady who couldn't come to TAFE, whose family were refugees. So it just gave me a purpose and it gave me a new relationship, and that was very empowering.
I think the highlight for me was walking in the door.
Yep.
Which was so, so scary.
The highlight of my course was the day I finished. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yay,
yeah.
I've done it.
Absolutely.
Yay, I have handed in all my work. Yay, I'm awesome. Yay, I've done this. Which I never thought in a million years that I'd be able to do.
What skills have you gained?
Ooh. This Women's Ed course is really a great course which enabled me to enhance my expertise in communication and also increase my level of confidence.
I found that I gained a lot of knowledge, I gained a lot to know about myself, and the confidence just started to build.
Resilience, yeah, because I just would fall apart all the time. And then I just stopped and I just was able to, just be more resilient and roll with the punches a bit more.
I found a strength in me that I didn't know I had. I found talents in me I didn't know I had. It's been the epitome of my strength.
What are your goals now?
My future career goal is to become a teacher here in Australia.
My plan is next year to start a business degree with a law element.
I'm looking at possibly going to uni next year. That in itself is very satisfying.
I would like to implement community programs that help disadvantaged women and children.
My end goal through that is to really go back to within the correction system, because there is a lot that needs to happen, and I've seen that firsthand.
I said, what would I want to go and study with a bunch of women for? And at the end of doing Certificate 4, I said to myself, why would I have ever wanted to say that about my sisters?
I realised I didn't have to kind of exist in the margins, that I was capable of having a better life.
The things I can do now, which is volunteer overseas and work with schools and animal rescue, I wouldn't have been able to realise any of this.
Women's Ed is very important to women in this country because it gives women choice.
This course gives you a way of walking in the world that you didn't have before.
It empowers you, it makes you a lot stronger, and you have that support base now that you never had before.
I don't think that the last few years would have been as good as they have been without Women's Ed.
Picking myself back up and the example I'm setting for my daughter.
It saved my life, pretty much. I would never ever tell you I'd be right here now.
I have a bright future here.
I can really live my future exactly the way I want to.
This has helped us learn that we are independent, that we are autonomous, and we can do whatever we want.